X marks the spot today. Every inch of the sky has a thin layer covering it, all from airplane trails. All from airplane trails. This was probably an X over here. And you know, that's just a way to get nice coverage. Starting to think that they are possibly trying to replace some sort of magnetic field layer and just creating this heat trapping layer as a side effect. And then, you know, because all of their science has side effects, and then saying, oops, it's climate change, you know, it's your guys' fault. We're gonna have to decrease CO2 because we're gonna keep trapping heat, and we need to try and make up for it somehow, so we're gonna say, hey, climate change, and start coming after and find a way to make money off of it. You know, there's more coming out. Thor News, which is hardly news, starting to cover the magnetic field. And, you know, it's pretty shady what's going on here. And you can see this little twist right in the middle of this line. Scott Stevens has done plenty of videos where they do try and intersect that little thin twist, because you can see how wide it is out here, how it gets wider out there, and they try and intersect right at that thin twist point in the chemtrails. We can see an airplane way up here. No trail. Where is he? I don't know if I can catch him. No trail. You know, so this is intentional what's coming out here. Certain planes leaving certain trails. I can already see out in the haze in the center, there's lines running through it, little frequency lines, evenly chopped up. You know, just coincidentally after they lay these trails, you start seeing the lines. You know, all the time that's the alto cumulus and all, you know, come on. So you got that Alana Friedman talking about a space fence and whatnot, and you know, that's what it is. They're putting up some kind of fence up there. And the whole geoengineering story could be, you know, possibly BS, or the solar radiation management story could be BS. And it could be a magnetic layer, field layer. But hopefully the story is coming out more so. You know, this trail is so thick, these are all going to expand into little clouds, or it'll blast it out more into the layer part, create this mist, because that's just the goal, is to have this mist up there. You know, are they protecting from solar flares and CMEs, or, you know, because it's a lot cooler in some places in the country. It's been cooler in Florida. We got another one coming up here. You ain't gonna want to focus on them. But it's been cooler all winter. It's supposed to be predicted to have a cooler summer here. You know, if the planet is warming, it should be warming everywhere, not just certain points. So, I'm not saying it is or it isn't, because that data comes from agencies that are tainted, so it's hard to get good data. But we can see they're gonna blast the whole sky out today, every which way, and the zombies will see nothing. Hopefully there's some good sports games on or something for them to stick their head into. Meanwhile, this is just ridiculous. And you can tell it's going to be a whole day of blasted out. This plane path is totally obscure. There's nothing that's taken off from this direction. The airport's in the other direction. You know, what a joke. So, We'll check back later. I'm sure it'll be all blasted out. Let's see if he'll want to focus on him. I doubt it. And this is just a little, maybe 10 minutes later. You can see what it's spreading out into. The whole sky is getting a layer of white. No more real trails. They're starting to get full coverage everywhere. And that's it. They lay it down thick and then they let it spread out to where people, you know, the sky is just light blue and people don't realize that it's covered up there. It's sort of like you take a bottle of baby powder, you squeeze it out, and you see a big cloud of white, and then it sort of fades out, and you don't really see it. But if someone were to come in, they'd say, huh, it smells like baby powder in here. So it's still there, but they just lay it down thick initially, and then blast it out, move it with the frequencies, and get this coverage layer. So if people can't notice it while it's in the trails and this smear layer, they really got a problem, because, you know, then it fades out into that light, pale blue sky, and it's harder to notice at that point, unless you can tell the difference between blue and faded blue. But if you can't tell, this is, you know, nasty, ridiculous. Something ain't right. And one of the even better parts is a good channel called Chemtrails Alaska. Many times, and I'm in South Florida, he's in Alaska, and the same precise conditions exist to make contrails. You know, if you believe that, all the way up in Alaska, compared to down here towards the equator, the same conditions exist consistently to make contrails. The precise conditions, where you need a, you know, you need a few different qualifications, humidity and temperature and altitude. So that you know, consistently exists in Alaska and in Florida. That's pretty stupid to believe that. So we can see getting blasted out everywhere. Not an inch of this is real. Another airplane up here, not making any trail. He's a little low. So this is total coverage. This is disgusting. For people want to justify contrails, you know, I hope you're getting paid to do it, because you got issues. I hope you're getting paid to do it. And no one's believing them either. I haven't known anybody in the years of looking at chemtrails, I haven't known one person that the trolls have convinced over to their side to say, oh yeah, maybe it is contrails. Haven't known one person that they've convinced. So, you know, they're running such a crappy campaign. It's like the 6% trust in the media. That's how much trust there is in the trolls, even less. But they still keep at it, just to satisfy themselves or get their little paychecks. But no one's listening to them, no one's changing their opinion. So, you know, it's like, you know, selling something door to door, not one person buys it. At some point you got to give it up. You say, well, no one's even listening to what I'm saying, you know, but I'll keep saying it, because I'm concerned with the welfare of the general public. Yeah. No one cares. Go help the homeless, go help the homeless animals, you know. There's something you can spend your time on than spending 6 hours in a chat room for the Chemtrails Summit. 6 hours of a day for something they don't believe in. Go down to the homeless shelter and help somebody. Stop wasting your breath and your energy on something, you know, you're not concerned with. Go make a difference somewhere. Because if you're not changing any opinions, you're obviously not making a difference, and you're just like pestering people like a little fly flying around your dinner meal. So, you know, like a flea under your collar. Yeah, this is all contrails. What a joke. and then later on it'll stop. Once they got this full coverage, it'll stop, and then all of a sudden it'll reappear later on in the afternoon, and you'll see trails again. What a coincidence to replenish the layer. But I'm sure the atmospheric conditions changed. You know, they're ripe in the morning, then they stop in the afternoon, and then the afternoon conditions go back to the same conditions as the morning time, so the trails can appear again. You know, come on. Come on. What? A joke. This is nasty.